Geely released the Yinghe L6 and L7 before, but the difference is the rear plus EMI. We know that Geely's stabilization system has a very rich configuration. For example, EMP will pay more attention to performance, but what about EMI? The 1.5 generation plus single gear DHT will be more economical and usable, so the United L6 EMI is such a product. We have experienced it on the Xinjiang 7 before, and the performance is still very good. It has done a very good job in basic economics, and at the same time, the power performance is actually pretty good. So after all, we will also review this L6 EM. Take a good look at its energy performance and power performance. Therefore, whether it is Star Electric or L and L7, its sales volume is very good. In 2024, the entire Geely camp and sales volume are very good, including the entire Geely group. So I believe what will happen when both L6 and LC are on EMI, their sales will reach a higher level. Well, without further ado, let's test the energy number of this one first. Okay, my friend, then this time the energy number test catering to L6 EMI has officially begun. Regarding the departure conditions, we will give you a flash at the top of the screen. It is possible to simulate a normal state of my driving. I won't say too much. Of course, I won't say too much if I run it publicly. Relatively speaking, it's a little bit. Before the United L6, it was a third gear DHT 1.5T engine assembly. What about the overall set? We drove this car to Tibet before, and then many competitors went to experience it together. Power, including Menghao and Plateau areas, as an expression of their overall power, you will find that the consistency of the power of this three-tail DHT can achieve a relative consistency in various regions and different industries and mines. Consistency, this is really good. Now, EMI is a 1.5 generator plus a single gear DHT. This is mainly to ensure its economy or to launch its economy. So some data that this car has given us so far, United L6, its comprehensive range has exceeded 2,000 kilometers, including the prescribed fuel consumption of 2.9 liters. This has finally brought the car to the 2-liter era. So this time we have a run to see what is the limit energy number, so we are very interested. Let's take a look at the data of 29. How exactly did the Lotus oil number do it? It's nothing more than those things, such as the engine. The thermal efficiency of a 1.5 generation engine has now reached a maximum of 46.5. This should be a mass-produced engine, and the thermal efficiency should be the highest, but many people will say that your thermal efficiency, the number is just such a small point. For example, in the map, it is just a small point, and its range is very small. Sometimes you are a little bit. When you encounter an uphill or a slightly more colorful accelerator, he will fall out of the hottest range. Generally speaking, the auspicious side is good. I think it is good. They will not say that they only pursue a number, but the maximum thermal efficiency range should be expanded as much as possible. For example, the ratio of 14:1 means pursuing 16:1 or even 18:1, and then the electric drive of 11:1. After it is made smaller and more integrated, the weight will be higher. Let me talk about a lifting module. Especially so, all the control of energy numbers in this world is nothing more than one kind, which is to reduce its weight and improve its efficiency at the same time. So one of the current methods includes thinking about BYD's DMIs doing this. So some people may ask, will your EMI sacrifice its power to other brands to achieve a better economy? Actually, let's look at his set of engine parameters. Whether it is engine parameters or motor parameters, it complements each other. For example, the power of the engine is a little lower than before, but its motor power is supplemented. Use the motor to supplement its power unit. Therefore, the acceleration of this car from 100 kilometers to 100 kilometers is in 7.4 seconds, but within 8 seconds, this is actually completely enough for our daily use. Even if there is no electricity, its power consistency guarantee is relatively good. Then about some mechanical parts of this car, I think Geely eCMA platform. I have had some calibration experience before, which makes this base very comfortable, including the calibration texture that is biased towards European cars, especially in the vertical aspect, which is very Chinese, bitter gourd. And then the horizontal control is very European. In fact, the combination of this is quite good. For example, the high-end feeling at the bottom of the words is still excellent compared to other brands in the same level. Well, we come to the interior view of Jilin and L6 EME, and you will find that the interior layout of this car has really undergone earth-shaking changes.
First of all, the physical buttons for nursing have returned, and this area will become more. It is clear that the 500,000 wireless quickly returned an air outlet, so more of its functionality and practicality will be introduced. Besides, the previous screen has now become horizontal. After that, Jill and River will also talk a lot about it. It adopts the current set of ideas, and from the sense of this screen, one is very good, and the other is that the black edge is very small. I think the visual effect is quite good, but the more important thing is, it is now a charming car machine system inside, which is really too big. Of course, I will also help you find out. Several versions of this charming car machine system are under development before, and it is expected to be released to original users after the Spring Festival. This is really flat. As for the Meizu system, how is the performance on this L6? I think whether it is responsiveness, debris, etc., the job is very good. As for more such as small cards and like desktops, etc., these are more detailed and unknown. So if you know Charm's friends, I should be very familiar with it, and the job is still very good. As for functionality, for example, what about spatial address surface, map surface, small window mode, etc.? It's all very hearty. There is no doubt that Meizu, Huawei, and Xiaomi are all very good ecosystems in the car circle. How to cater to L6 taxi hailing? The internal space performance is actually quite good, but traditional car manufacturers have a very good understanding of ergonomics or space. But to sum up in the end, the charm or characteristics of the L26 EMI are still very comfortable. For example, EM can significantly reduce the number, and it is actually reduced by the cost of sales. Moreover, its Meizu car machine system is also very capable when compared with the current new forces, so the 2 points are combined. Yingjian's strength is very special, so finally it is this car. Its purpose is very clear. It is BYD Qin L. Then if its price, for example, is set at $998, even if it is a little higher than $998, it seems that it is better if it is a little lower. So do you think you will buy this one or that one? We can have some discussion. What will happen in the end? This car will meet us and be launched soon, so you can really look forward to it.